Is this on? Hey, welcome back to the 20s Girls Club. We are so happy to have you here today. And today we are kicking off 2026 with all of our goals and routines and rhythms. We're talking about what we're going to try to do this year. And I really need to change my mindset, what we're going to accomplish this year. Because we have systems, we have a better mindset, we have vision, purpose, and we're just ready to get 2026 rolling. And so if you're wanting to talk about rhythms, routines, and how the heck we're going to do all of it this year, come on with us. Tune on in.
I got these 100% wool slippers for Christmas.
Are they nice?
I love them.
Are they the Amazon ones?
They are Amazon, but they came from like a small business, and then the bottoms are leather. So if you wear them outside, which I would only do,
they're grounded. That's cool.
Yeah. So they don't really have any support, but I don't really mind that.
Yeah. My slippers, this is gross, but my slippers kind of stink because I've had them for 3 years. And the other day I got close to them. I was like, that's disgusting.
Oh, that's grody.
But
yeah,
I could use a new pair. But I wear my slippers all the time.
Sad because I originally was gonna get that Allbirds one because it said they're wool, but then they're not actually wool.
Yeah, they're like a polyester wool blend.
So,
yeah, those ones are kind of cute. I always see them pop up, but they're not wool.
Because my grandma actually got me them, but they were too small. And so then I was like, and I realized they're polyester. And I was like, actually, I'm going to get these other ones.
I know. I was looking. I've been trying to find some new shoes. And I know the Rothy's have a wool pair, but they're completely sold out.
Oh.
But I don't know. I feel like there's still a good market for grounded shoes or just cute.
Yeah. I don't know how
cute
you
wool
have
shoes.
Grounded shoes that are durable outside.
Yeah. Well, you can have cork, but cork and time it
Wait, I did see. Did you watch the Theo Von and Tucker Carlson podcast?
Oh.
He had the grounded shoes.
Oh, did he? I only watched 70% of it. I've been loving Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. It is my New Year's resolution to no longer watch Candace Owens.
Hey, start us off strong.
I know. I was feeling convicted about it. And I kind of decided, and then after what I was reading this morning, I was like, I gotta stop.
No, that's valid.
It's too gossipy and too not that it has to be gossipy, but I feel like for me it feels that way of I just want to know, or judging people. And I'm like, if she finds something that's crazy and is true, eventually it'll come out.
Yeah.
And I'll find out about it then. But it's not actually adding anything to my life right now. It's just been
yeah, that's good.
But there's other things that I want to put my time towards, and I'm like, that's 5 hours of my week that I have been not putting towards actual goals.
When's the last time you listened to her?
I listened to the last one before Christmas.
Has she posted since then?
I don't think so.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know. So I muted her on all social media, and then I unfollowed every TP USA person and muted Erica because I was like, I just need to remove myself from this world.
That's so valid. But, yeah, it's a bit much. It's a bit corrupt for me, bruv.
But
it is interesting where also it's interesting that just the pure the amount of consumption of like you said, 5 hours of consuming what really is just corruption and darkness. You gotta be called to listen to that to actually
there's nothing that I can do about any of that.
And maybe even if you can't do something, maybe I don't know, maybe the Lord has really made you an intercessor, or I don't know, has given you a different assignment for it.
It's true.
Or I don't know how he could use it, but if he's not telling you to go there, don't go there.
It's true.
I know. I feel like this last year I've listened to a lot of, time is such an interesting thing where how much time have I spent just aimlessly being distracted, or giving myself to things I shouldn't be giving myself to.
Mm-hmm.
Very convicting thought. If you took those hours and then you put them towards something that
else.
is filled with goodness and light and like forward progress for mankind and our families. Yeah,
a lot could change.
A lot could change.
I know.
Yeah.
That's one of my goals for this month, is to not be distracted and to actually have just like intention behind what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's
where
good.
I've been trying to like pause even being on my phone, of like going, I have hard time limits on all my apps, so I really only have so much in a day. And sometimes there's work involved in that, so I have to be strategic of like, why am I opening this? Because I need to like make sure I can get work done before the time runs out. But actually thinking about it, of like, why am I about to open up Facebook right now? Is there an actual reason, or am I just like distracting myself?
Or you just like want a little dopamine?
Yeah, to like consume something. It is definitely the dopamine too. So trying to like pause and think about it, because I'm like, I don't know why I'm even doing this half the time.
Yes, I know. That is definitely one of my goals too.
It's hard.
It's a hard one. I got the brick about a month ago, which has helped me a lot. Although right now I forgot it back in my hometown, so I've been brickless for the last 4 or 5 days. And I don't know, the brick has just worked so well for me. Like, it's the physical needing to like turn off my phone and turn my phone kind of back on. That's been so good. But I definitely want to like be bricking all the time this year, and then no aimless scrolling. It's just crazy. Like, when you actually are being conscious about it, how much you actually do it. It's so disturbing.
I know.
And how much it pulls you away from family, friends, relationships, the present moment. I really think, honestly, though, I bet most people, I think a lot of our generation is like getting really fed up with like being the opposite of present. And it's weird sometimes when you actually are present and you're just like looking at the trees or looking at the people around you. You're like, oh, I haven't done this in a while. Yeah. And that's like a pit in the stomach disgusting feeling.
I know. I saw this like post or something, and it was about this guy they found who's 80, lives in a foreign country, and he's never had a phone before and never had technology, and they just followed him around for a day of like what his life looks like without technology. And I think it was twice in one day where he just sat for like 30 to 45 minutes and just watched the shadows, like different shadows from the sun shifting with the elements around him, and that was his entertainment. And I was like, that's wild. I can barely eat breakfast without
that's so true.
reading a book or listening to music or something like that. And so
I know
it is convicting.
Yeah, we like need to go to like a retreat or a rehabilitation program.
Yeah, we're all addicts.
Like I think it's like that extreme sometimes.
Yeah.
Where the only way I can get myself to not do it sometimes is to like literally have my phone in a place I cannot get it and make sure all the people around me can't either. And
something I just saw
rip
yesterday
that
made me so sad was like the new form of elderly care is like social media. And
no,
like how you entertain the elderly is like give them a phone they can scroll on or something like that.
It makes me, I'm literally gonna cry.
I know. And
why am I crying?
I feel like I have seen that, or it's like a joke for a lot of people of like, oh, ha ha ha, my grandma's an iPad kid. And it's like they're actually vulnerable and don't know how addicting this is, and their life is like turning into just like being numbed by a screen and losing actual like connection and interaction. And it's easier for people to just let that happen than have to just like care for them.
Play bingo with them?
Exactly.
Do a craft?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my new New Year's resolution is to go do some crafts with the elderly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some entertainment.
We should do that. That's like such
a
simple task to be done.
Yeah. Anytime I'm with the elderly, it just makes me sob.
Okay, guys, wait. We all, like, literally, if you're listening to this podcast...
20s Girls Club Elderly Bingo Night.
Literally, it's like that would be like so life-giving, like mutually. Like we really
That's
need.
actually a great idea.
We
A
should-
joint service project.
But like, oh wow, I'm like really worked up about that.
No,
Grandma or grandpa in a nursing home should have a cell phone like that they're scrolling on. That literally could make me vomit. And if we aren't gonna give our grandparents or our children iPads, then we for surely shouldn't be on them either.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh wow. Okay, so guys, we're getting
anyways.
off our phones. We're getting off of them.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one of my New Year's resolutions. I just put grass/sunshine.
That's good.
That's just like as simple as that. Any opportunity I have to be in the sunshine or be in the grass, that's where I'll be. So, yeah, that's just
I'm joining the club.
joining the club. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a simple one. It's a free one. And I'm happiest there. What's your next New Year's resolution?
Honestly, I didn't even write them. I do have them. I just don't have them in front of me.
If I get to 2026 doing everything that I say I'm going to do, literally,
It's just gonna be unstoppable.
I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Okay.
I'll also be so proud of myself.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have any crazy big goals for this year. I feel like I was just telling Nathan about this last night, where this year feels a little weird, where last year was such a big, monumental year of my life.
You did like every
Where
big
it was
thing
like,
possible.
It was like beginning of January, we started looking for a home. We bought a home. We were renovating a home. We knew we were getting married in June. We knew we were going on a honeymoon. And then we knew what the next 6 months were looking like. We knew we were joining a new church. We knew my job was going to be my job through the year. Like everything felt like it was known going into the year. And so there weren't like a ton of even goals even with that, because it was like, this is just my
Let's
year
just get this
is established and I know what to expect. But this year I'm like, I don't actually know anything. Like I know that this is like the house that I live in and likely will continue to live in, and have a husband and that's like a part of life now, and I have friends and I know work is transitioning, but I don't know what that looks like. And so it feels like it's a year that I don't necessarily have vision or know where I'm going yet. So I think I'm trying to be more focused on like my heart and my soul and making sure that's in the healthiest, best spot, so that as the year unfolds, I can like discern through the decision-making process of what is this year gonna look like. And so, because I think like spiritually that was a huge conviction I had of this last year, where I feel like to a degree it kind of just like took the back burner on a lot of things and just like enjoyed life and was just kind of living life and not connecting with God or like being intentional with God. And I can feel that. Like I can feel that in like my spirit and in my heart, and how I want to choose distractions over other good things, and how much I've like grown to just love comfort and like love this life and love this world. And like I feel like I'm just like losing focus slightly. And so that's kind of just my overarching goal, is to just like focus on that, of like this life is fleeting and it's going to be gone in a blink of an eye. And I'm not called to love this world. I can enjoy the things that God's given me, but not be so fixated on this world and protecting myself in this world that I'm not living for the reality of eternity. So I feel like I'm just starting the year off
going to church this morning, ladies.
Trying to get my heart in a good place. Because if it's not, then when it comes to making decisions about work or about when to start a family and things like that, I'm looking through the lens of just this world and just my like flesh and my desires. And that's not a place I want to make decisions out of. So
how are you doing it? How are you healing and nurturing your heart and soul?
I think it does like just come back to some of the basics of a routine and actually committing to it.
Taking notes, ladies. Heart.
And like even something for me is I do love sleep. And I think I can sometimes idolize sleep. And it's good to get sleep. Like we know that's so foundational for our health and so core, and it should be a goal. So it still is my goal to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. But I definitely have the tendency of like, oh, I think I didn't have a great night of sleep. I'm going to turn my alarm off and now just like sleep in and then completely skip my morning routine and then just have to like jump into work. And that just like never sets me up well. And that's like me just like wanting usually comfort in the morning and that feeling of like refreshment from sleep. And I know in my heart I can take it too far, where that's not necessarily a bad thing for everybody, but I know for me it can be. And so trying to actually get up right away in the morning, come downstairs, I have a set spot, I have a plan for reading the Bible this year, I have a plan for just like what that time looks like.
What are you doing?
It's a little specific, but I feel like it works for me. So Mondays and Fridays, I study through the Old Testament because it's been a goal of mine to read through the Old Testament because I've never read through it all, but I want to actually understand what I'm reading. So it takes me, I've been doing this for 2 years now. So I'm like, I need set days where I actually do that. And so Monday, Tuesday, I do that.
Or Monday, Friday.
Or Monday, Friday, I do that. Tuesday, Thursday, I've really missed just like learning where I feel like I kind of got stuck with the Bible where I was like, I feel like I know it all, which I don't at all. Like I'm nowhere near it, but I was in this like mindset of it and not knowing how to learn or read scripture differently and pull things out of it. So I started taking a class at the Dallas Seminary and you can do online free classes. And so it's like a legit course and you are graded, but it's like you do it at your own pace and stuff. And so I do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays where it's like a different way for me to engage my brain with the Lord and learn how to relearn scripture and how to view it through like a different lens. And so I do that Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then Wednesdays.
Does that have a cost to it?
It's free.
Is it really free?
Yeah, they have a few free courses.
Cool.
So this was the first one I found.
Literally writing notes.
And then Wednesdays for our church that we go to, we're going through Acts right now. And it's like a group consensus that we all will have studied through the passage before we get to a Sunday. So my Wednesdays are for reading that passage and like preparing
what a good
for
routine.
Sunday. And so that was definitely a big thing I learned this last year, especially when it comes to every area of life. If I don't have a plan set in advance, I'm going to struggle through it, or I'm not going to want to do it, or it's going to be exhausting because I'm already having to make so many decisions and the day is just getting started. And so now my entire life is kind of like planned out before the week starts, where it's like I have that morning routine plan. And then I have my work schedule already blocked out with my big tasks that I know I need to get done this week and my meetings set and my personal goals that I'm doing at night and my workout plan written out. And so I think that's probably one of the biggest things I learned this last year was just needing a plan. And so now I have a plan going into this year and I have goals and I have it built out so that when I'm going through my day, I'm not needing to make 100 decisions about what am I going to do with my time. And so that's kind of how I'm approaching it.
Interesting.
But you honestly taught me a lot. You were talking so much about the 3-month year going into this last year, and that's been helpful, where I feel like I have these general thoughts for the entire year of how I want to like do things or what my goals are or whatever. But I'm really just trying to focus on these first 3 months and use these 3 months to actually like establish routines, make them habits, and just kind of reset and then reassess come end of February, March, and be like, okay, is this working? Do I need to adjust? I don't need to wait till the new year to like adjust again. And so
the book is called 3-Month Year. It's a program book. Literally, it's pretty popular. But it basically talks about how there's a lot of science behind why like the 12-month year for setting goals and executing goals isn't like the best strategy for it. And so it's quite literally taking like all the goals and plans that you want to execute for the year and you put it into 3 months and you basically really focus on executing for those 3 months. And it's a much more like attainable, digestible way to actually execute goals. And especially for like maybe there's goals that you have that do take time, like day after day after day after day, sowing into something to like reap a return. But a lot of these things are just habits. So I think it's really good for habit goals where it's like, I want to go to the gym. I want to read my Bible every single day. I want to, I don't know, just like the habits of life. By having it in a 3-month plan, hopefully it'll be just like more digestible and you're able to reward yourself quicker and you'll feel much more accomplished, and that momentum compounds on top of each other, which is cool.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense. I feel like it's helpful too in not getting stuck in the, well, I haven't been able to stick with it, or I already stopped doing it, so I'm just going to scratch it and just let life for the rest of the year. And so that's something I've been trying to be more conscious of too, of like, okay, if I have a goal in place and I miss a day, to not freak out about it and be like, okay, I need to come up with a whole new plan, a whole new strategy, and just kind of pick up where I left off. And I feel like I spent December trying to prove to myself that I could do that in different things. And I feel like I did. And I was like, oh, that kind of just broke something in me of, okay, I didn't do it perfectly, but I kept at it and I would just pick up where I left off. And that was still very fruitful, even if it wasn't perfect. And it would have been way more detrimental to just like stop. And that's what I've kind of done my whole life. And so
I have a vision right now. I feel like it'd be so cool if we had some sort of like accountability group for goal setting, where it would be like a space where we could like provide a resource for women on how to set goals, but then we would have like a consistent space, whether it be like daily for 15 minutes on Zoom or something, to be like, hey guys, where are we at with goals? Like, la-di-da-di-da. Or like even like a weekly or monthly check-in. And I feel like something like that could be like so beneficial.
yeah.
Because I think, like you said, there's so much just like mindset that needs to be broken. And I think one of the best ways to break that mindset is when you have people next to you to support you and help break that mindset, or like help support you. Because I don't know, I think like anything by yourself is a little bit tough. Not that it's impossible.
Yeah.
But it's for sure more challenging.
Yeah. I feel like you've been talking about that a lot. Just the idea of doing these things or these goals or these rhythms in community, and how much more motivating that is, and how much more likely we are to actually do these things if we're doing it with other people. And so that's a good idea.
I think of like the workout classes that people go to, and the one, I'm gonna actually just roast one right now because I think, I'm just gonna roast it because it's for me personally a roast. Burn Boot Camp. I'm sorry, but if you like Burn Boot Camp, and I have my dearest friends love Burn Boot Camp, so they've probably listened to this, but that crap is not fun, okay? It is not fun. It does not feel good on my body personally. I hate that crap. So sorry. I'm just saying it how it is. But I really think the beauty and the art of Burn Boot Camp for most people is the fact that they're doing it with all of these other women, and they have the accountability of paying for a workout class and showing up and having it be a culture of we're all in this together and this freaking sucks, but we're doing it together. And I think that's the art of it and why people are able to do it. I don't think Burn Boot Camp, to be honest, is the best workout for most women. Like, I think a lot of women can thrive on that type of workout, but I think for a lot of women, it's actually really hard on them.
Yeah.
But I think the magic is in the community, and it's in the investment that everyone makes together. And so, I don't know, I think that's just that way for a lot of things in life, where you do have to find the motivation from within, but then at the same time, I think that's such like an Americanized like thing of like, pick yourself up from your bootstraps all by yourself and like accomplish your goals all by yourself. No one else is going to do it for you. That kind of like motivational talk, where I think that isn't necessarily how we're super wired.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. That reminded me of, I was just on chat talking about New Year's resolutions and just trying to understand like what are the most common resolutions that people have and why, and just like things like that. And one of the things that it said was motivation is feelings, and that's why it's so hard, because it's like a feeling, but what you really need is discipline, and that's systems. Like what you're really needing for your life isn't motivation, it's like systems and rhythms for your life, and that, and like the why behind you're doing those systems and those rhythms. and then disciplining yourself to do them, whether that's through accountability or rewards or things like that. But if you're just dependent on motivation, that's usually when you fail, because we are weak little humans.
We are weak. So good. We could talk about this for so long.
Yeah.
And so, okay, what we need to do though is we need to process through some of our rhythms together. Because one of the goals that Meg and I have is we're working out this year.
Yep.
Because we haven't in the past, but that's not who we are anymore.
Yeah. And last week's episode with Stacy was convicting.
Oh, yes.
When she talked about the bone density? Is established before you're 30, and we are basically 27, and that clock is ticking.
That clock is ticking.
And we've lost all muscle.
So we need to get fit this year, like for real this time. And I think this is our plan. In the past, yeah, we're the queens of moderation, but I think what's a problem with doing things like too much in moderation for us is that we don't build a routine and rhythms. And something that I felt convicted by recently is, okay, yes, I don't need to be doing a burn boot camp workout 7 days a week, absolutely destroying my body.
Yeah.
But I for surely need to be simply moving my body 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, there is no excuse for me to not be moving. And I'm going to turn into a little weak, little broken, little pain-filled turd if I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And so our goal this year is to work out 5 days a week.
Yep.
And the reason why we're going to do it is because we should be moving our bodies. We're not going to be absolutely murdering our bodies at the gym 5 days a week. But we need the routine, and we need to actually get into a routine that works for us. And I think showing up every single day, being this is what we do, I think is going to help us a lot.
I agree.
Obviously there's going to be days that I'm sure we'll miss, but I just think that it's going to be the thing that helps us so much get into a routine of it.
Yeah. I was thinking about that because I already had a meeting come up this week that the only time worked was 4 to 5. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym from 3 to 4 and force myself to do that still. But you should still go from 4 to 5. Where it's even if one of us can't make it, I feel like we both need to just get in the habit of still go.
Yeah.
Even if the other person isn't there. And then the next day we'll just pick up where we left off and we'll both be there. Because it's going to happen. And so it's what do we do when that does happen so it doesn't throw everything off?
Yeah, that's good.
So that was a thought I had.
Something too I'm thinking about, Meg, is I know for me sometimes I actually struggle, and I should work on my mindset around this because I really should be moving my body for my body and for stewarding the body that the Lord's given me, and that should be a top priority. But sometimes I'm still working on that mindset and cultivating that mindset where I think it will help me to be I'm also doing this for Meg. And I don't want to see Meg at the age of 50 being so weak. And
I never thought about that. That made me really sad.
I know. It's I need to go to the gym because it's not just about me, and it's not just about us, and it's about our families and our children, and the motivation is so much more past than just myself. But yeah, I need to get it together this year.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you, Meg, full permission to slap me across the face. Not actually, but just a little. If I'm being a silly goose, it is just. I just need to get it together.
I agree. I feel good about this one though.
I
feel like we've come to a good place, a good conclusion with it, and so
after years. And also, here's my new thing that I think is really working for me, and I'll kind of explain why I think it's working for me. I'm just going to start calling myself a gym girl. I am a gym girl.
Yeah.
I am a workout queen, okay? Because I'm telling you, by me just coming into agreement with that, I think it actually does a lot for me. Where here's another goal I had for this year is to read more. And let me tell you guys,
she's told herself she's a
reader. It is January 5th, and I have read 250 pages of a book.
That's crazy.
250 pages, 2 books. One is a fiction, one's a nonfiction. First time I'm ever reading a fiction book. I've never read a for funsies book just to relax and to just read. I never read. And it's so good for my brain to remember how to read. That is the most stupid thing ever, but it's so true. But I have read so much, and it feels so good, and it's such a great thing for my mind. And honestly, I think the reason why it's worked for me is I just started calling myself a reader on January 1st.
Yeah.
I was like, I am a reader this year.
She's a reader.
I am a reader. And I also have a reward happening. If I read, well, originally the goal was 20 books, which is a lot of books, but then I thankfully was able to negotiate it down to 12 books. If I read 12 books this year, Jacob is buying me whatever pair of shoes I want at the end of the year. And for me,
that's enough.
That's enough. For me, I am so motivated by rewards. I actually need to leverage rewards so much, and I need to deprive myself of things, like, on the front end to, like, reward myself for, like, actually accomplishing things, because the magic is in the pudding, man. I am, like, my eyes are on the prize. I'm about to smash 2 books by the end of this week. Like, and it's not going to even be halfway through January.
Yeah. Hey, you might hit, come the end of the first 3 months, you could hit your goal.
Yeah. And
then
I could get my shoes then.
Then you get the shoes then.
Oh, that would be...
Then you start a new goal, a new reward.
Wait, that's actually iconic. The sooner I get this done. So anyways, I'm going to be reading more this year, and...
I think that's a good point you make, though, where you've learned that you are a reward person, so you do need to set a goal with a reward in mind. Where I'm not a reward girly, where it's like, that's not going to get me to do anything. Where I can convince myself that there's nothing I need, there's nothing I like, there's nothing I want to stay in, like, a state of laziness. And so,
she'd rather sloth.
I'd rather sloth
than enjoy a new pair of shoes.
The 9 in me. But, yeah, so... that doesn't work for me, but it works for you, and I think that's so good to know that, so that it just helps you support yourself in the whole goal process.
I think I need to actually maybe get a little bit more serious about it, because I have, like, goals for work this year that are really tough. They're tough goals, if I'm being honest, but I think I need to, like, create a goal that is almost comparable to the work that, like, gets put into it. Like, I need to figure out something. Even, like, as crazy as this is, I've never been on, like, a vacation really before, like, to, like, somewhere warm. And I'm like, maybe I should actually allow myself to do something like that if I do hit my, like, big work goals.
Yeah.
Because I think it actually would... I think it would help me.
No, that totally makes sense.
But then I also feel a little guilty about rewarding myself with something like that, which I should probably work through that. But I don't know. I feel like it actually could, like, help me. Like, lift me on days that I don't want to.
Yeah. I also think, though, that it's, like, you're talking, like, it's, like, an appropriate scale, though.
Yeah.
For, like, what you're trying to accomplish. An appropriate size vacation would match the scale of what you made, where it wouldn't be like, oh gosh, I just then spent all of my money on this
girl's
vacation.
not going on, like, a $10,000 vacation.
And so
no.
I think
I just want to go to, like, the Florida Keys.
Yeah. And so I think
she just wants an acai bowl.
Not bad to have it be proportionate.
But I would love that.
Yeah.
How much is a vacation? Like, how much would it cost for me to, like, go to Costa Rica and get, like, a, like, modest Airbnb?
How many days?
7.
Yeah, I think it depends how many people you go with on a trip like that. Where if you're, like, going solo or with one person, it could probably be, like, easily $1,500 to $2,000.
Oh. That's not bad.
Like, bare minimum, probably.
Oh. I was thinking, like, $8,000. I could go to Costa Rica, you think, for under $4,000?
I think you could do it under $4,000. And, like, the more people you do stuff like that with, the cheaper it gets.
Hey, you want to come on my work if I make my work goals this year, do you want to come with?
Yeah, I do.
I think Costa Rica could be fun if it's actually under, like, if it's actually an affordable price.
Nathan has been to Costa Rica before, and he knows somebody that has a house there.
Well, it's a trip.
Yeah. He loved it. He did a lot of surfing when he was there. But
I liked, when I was researching places, I liked how much, like, activities you can do there.
Yeah, there's a lot of activities.
I like having activities. I like to sloth, but I also think, like, doing little excursions and stuff could be fun.
Yeah.
Like, I want to zip line. I know that's what you do, and everyone does that. But
It's
I've never gone zip lining before.
It's fun.
So, anyways,
that's fair.
and eat, like, good, like, poke tuna bowls.
Yeah. Honestly, Mexico isn't the worst thing. You definitely need to go with guys. just because it could be a little unsafe. But if you're on like a good resort, you can do the all-inclusive. There's some places that actually have good food, and then the excursions are very fun.
Yeah. I just want it. So,
but
anyways, another goal. Actually,
Yeah.
I want to talk about our new planners.
Yeah.
So we've been talking about goals and all the things, and Meg and I both got one of these big planners from the brand Daily. It's this girl. She's actually from Wisconsin in Milwaukee. She's kind of a queen, and she's like this type A queen, and she's created all kinds of planners for like different types of people, different careers. But we just got the basic, like literal. It's called the Daily Planner, where every single day you have the opportunity to map out your entire day from like your hourly schedule, your to-do list, your habits, your notes. And then there's really good reflection questions each week. There's grocery lists and habit trackers, which I guess I said, meal prepping stuff. Budget, like everything you possibly could need
is in it.
I have loved my first 10 days with this planner.
Same.
I feel like how I have normally operated in the past, we are definitely Google Calendar girls, and that Google Calendar is still like the life.
Locked in.
Yes, it's still everything. But to have a place where I can dump my ideas, my to-dos, like all of my stuff, and have it be a place that can be tracked has been so good. Because what I normally do is I operate out of these little TJ Maxx notebooks, which I love these, but it doesn't really allow for me to like track, reflect, grow, progress. And it's just kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
And so I'm loving being able to like look back and be like, what have I done? What do I need to do? Like, how do I keep moving forward?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what this is going to do for me. It's massive.
It is massive.
But I'm a really big fan.
No, same. I was telling somebody yesterday about it, and I was like, it's already changed my life.
It's changing my life.
Because it is different about a notebook because everything is organized in there. There's a home for everything, which is so nice. And then that reflection piece is huge, which I think it's helpful even for figuring out your capacity for things because you can look back on a week and be like, I didn't complete half of my to-do list. Why did that happen? Was I being lazy? Did I say yes to too many things? Were these unrealistic goals? And then adjust for next week. And so I think it's great. And it's the only planner I've ever personally seen that has a full big page for every single day. Because I think that's where planners go wrong is you don't have enough space and then it's defeating and it gets unorganized. But she just did it so good.
I had one, it's a super famous planner, and I forget the name of it now, and it was great, and I loved it, but the one thing I hated about it was that you had to buy one every 3 months, and they were like $40, and so that was a huge investment, and I was just getting burned out by always having to reorder these planners, so I only executed it for a year, and then I was like, I'm exhausted. This is like $56, so it's definitely an investment, but you buy it once for the year. The other thing is I know a lot of the girlies who listen to this podcast are self-employed. Tax write-off.
Oh.
You can write off planners. So as long as you're using it for work. So I used mine as a end-of-year write-off.
That's very smart.
So
I did not think about that.
Gotta remember those things, little working girlies. This year, I'm really, like, I've done so much work with my gut health. And I just am believing in faith for truly, like, so much progress with my gut this year.
Yeah.
I think I just have a lot of the tools to actually have it make a lot of progress. And I think the tool that's going to help me the most this year is one of my, literally I think my number one goal for the year, other than like loving people and loving people and loving God, is just regulating my nervous system. And I've been doing a ton of like research and work on what that looks like, but I know the mind-body connection is quite literally the most important thing, and is the thing that like either accelerates people into healing or in the opposite direction. And I have a discipline every single day that I'm doing to regulate my nervous system. I have at least 2 things I'm doing every day. One is like my morning like meditation and prayer time, and then the other thing is I'm starting this thing called Journal Speak, which is a journaling practice that is a little bit more unique than just like journaling in a journal, but it's quite literally like a way for you to let out any sort of negative emotion in your body every single day very freely. And I'm doing it because there's been so much research about it, and I just have a feeling that this is something that I should do. And I just kind of believe that maybe the Lord is just kind of pushing me through this door. But I think I'm walking out of 2026 with a healed gut and a healed nervous system. So
amen to that.
I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, that would be so good.
There's this video of this husband and wife, and I don't know if you've seen it before, but the caption on it always is like, this is what a healed nervous system looks like. And it's a husband and a wife in their car. They park a car in their driveway, and they get out of the car, and all of a sudden the car just like slides down the driveway into the road. And the husband looks at the wife, and he's like, I'm gonna go get the car. And the woman goes, I'm gonna go start dinner. And that's their reaction.
That's hilarious.
To the car going into the road. And I'm like, I love that video so much of just being like so unfazed by things in life, because really, like, unless something truly is a threat, like, there's just no need to be reacting in the ways that we do.
That's so valid.
And so I'm really excited about it, because within my work, there's a lot of things that oftentimes for many realtors that dysregulate their nervous system and they freak out about. But one of my main goals is to just be
a real estate agent.
Miss Calm, Cool, and Collected all the time.
That's so good.
I need to do the work
to
in my home to be that.
Yeah, to react.
Within my relationships and within my work. But
that's so good.
That's one of my main goals.
I love that.
Check back in with me 2027.
No, it's so good. I feel like we should do like a check-in 3 months from now, like how we do like the 3-month year, do another podcast
April 1st, baby.
On the first 3 months, checking in with all of you, have it be accountability.
I love
to
that.
just be like, how are we doing? What
How
do
are
we
we
need to
doing?
change? What's been going good?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. So I think that would be good. Good for all of us.
Yeah.
But any final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I got so many other goals, but I think a good conversation today just about, like, why we're doing this and why it's important to have vision and direction and rhythms, and I definitely feel encouraged by it.
Yeah. Something I was thinking about is I feel like some people, when the new year comes, they freak out because they're like, oh gosh, it's already January, whatever day it is right now, 5th, and I didn't set all my goals, I'm already behind, like, it just feels like a bust already. And even to give yourself permission in these first 3 months of, like, winter naturally is a time of, like, slowing down, retreating, reflecting, visioning. It's cold for most of us, and to just, like, embrace that if you need to, if you need more time to vision out your year, figure out rhythms or stuff like that, like, that can be your goal for these first 3 months, is to spend time visioning your life, setting goals, figuring out how you want to live this year. And it's okay if it's not, like, already done by today.
Super good.
Because I know in the past that would be me, where I'm like, okay, done, try again next year. And it's
no,
you don't
we're
have to do
today.
that.
You can do it with us.
So
yeah, we're doing what's today? Today is January 5th, and we're doing a vision / prayer board night tomorrow night on January 6th. And like,
yeah,
and
that's
I know
okay.
for all of, like, most of our girlfriends, they haven't even started even
figuring
doing that
it out.
yet. But it's like, it doesn't matter. We're just all on our journey, and just beginning is so important.
Yeah.
And so, but I really do, so much of our heart is we just want anyone listening to this and anyone part of our community, like, going after the fullness of life. And that's honestly, like, one of the things we're most passionate about is just wanting everyone to be alive and free and thriving and connected. And so honestly, like, it doesn't matter, like, when you start, just, like, as long as you're chasing after that, it's gonna be a good year.
Keep the ball rolling,
ladies. You guys got this, like, for real. Go get them today. And we're going to do that too. Meg and I, hey, let's just get real for one more second.
Wait, yeah, go ahead.
Meg and I are having our first 20s Girls Club meeting of the year today.
Yep.
And we have really struggled, I would say, the last year with finding rhythms and routines within what we're doing. And honestly, there's, like, if I'm being fully transparent, that meeting today, I like love doing this, but when you're just beginning any rhythm or routine, I can always have like a sense of resistance prior to it.
Some dread.
And I think I just want to share that honestly of like, even if you're super passionate about something or you really want something, you're probably going to feel a ton of resistance leading up to like starting the rhythm and the routine that you're supposed to be doing to like get to the place that you want to be, because I think the enemy is behind it and he's trying to distract you and confuse you and stop you. And so I just share that.
Yeah,
we
true.
Feel that. We have that today. We're going to do it.
Yeah, we're doing new things today.
It's going to be awesome. We're having our first workout today, the two of us. And I do feel a little bit of resistance, but it's going to be good.
It is going to be good.
And so we're just beginning like you guys, so.
It's true. Last night Nathan said to me, I just was getting up to go, like, I needed to just clean the house quick and finish up some dishes, but I didn't want to get up. And he was giving me a little pep talk, and he was like, go do great things. And I was like, that was so motivating. And I feel like thinking about that when you like go into the day or something, it's like, I'm going to go do great things today.
Gosh, so
and
good.
That has been motivating me for the last 24 hours, which isn't that long, but I think I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
And so go do great things, ladies.
Because
today.
we woke up with breath in our lungs today, everybody.
It's true.
And
it's a gift.
And you have it, and I have it, and you have it, and we all have it, and we're so
and
grateful.
There's purpose for us today.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We love you guys.
We love you, girls. Go get them.
Happy New
2026.
Year.